So if you could just state your name, major, and classification real quick.
My name is Caleb Rachel. I'm a senior mass communication major, originally from Ennis, Texas. Came here in August of 2014.
Can you just describe how you got here to Wesleyan?
So my recruiting journey kind of started, they say it started in like freshman year of high school, but that's not really true for me. It really hit home the end of my junior year. And so I was touring a couple other campuses, talking to like 2 other JUCOs, 2 or 3. And I came on my visit here in October of 2014. Came on a visit, talked to Coach Gower, signed in November, I believe, to commit here. And then came in the next August of 2014. So I guess that my big thing was I wanted to stay close to home within an hour, 3-hour radius, but I'm an hour away, which is really great. I'm super close to my dad my family, mainly my dad and my little brother, so I knew I wanted to stay close to them, make sure I could go to dinner with them whenever I was stressing out or having a bad day. Also, I didn't really want to miss out on too much of my brother's lives or either of my nephews, so it's really nice to just be able to go home on the weekends and hang out with them for a couple hours.
Talk a little bit about what it's like having Coach Gower as a head coach.
Couldn't ask for better, honestly. From take away like the coaching aspect of it, just as a person, to have somebody that cares about you beyond the field, that cares about your post softball career and your life at home and your grades and everything like that. Like, she cares about you more than beyond what you can do to benefit her and her job. Of course, like, you know, she does care about softball, she does care about your grades and stuff like that, but she mainly focuses on how we are as people, who we are developing to become, our work ethic that she's instilling in us, our character, and, you know, just how we treat others and how we treat each other.
You mentioned a while ago that you wanted to be an instant impact coming into Wesleyan, and you didn't want to kind of work your way up. You just kind of wanted to come in and be an instant impact. What kind of goals did you set out for yourself besides becoming an instant impact as a freshman?
So, obviously, being a starter was going to be one of them, but it wasn't necessarily it was a goal coming in, but it wasn't a necessity to come here, so I just wanted to have that opportunity. I knew I wasn't going to get that at a big D1 NCAA Division 12 school, or Division 1 Big 12 school. But I think my freshman year was just to like set a tone, definitely just be a sponge all the way around, from academics to offense to defense, like absorb as much information as I could from the people that have already been there, and just kind of feed off that. I've always been a big believer in leading by example. I am extremely hot-headed, and so I know if I do talk on the field whenever I'm mad, then it's not going to be good, and like nobody really respects somebody in that situation. So I think coming in and like having the opportunity to start and having the opportunity to put up numbers as a freshman has really led me to kind of just being, I'd like to think I'm a silent leader, but I mean, I definitely do talk still.
Definitely. I think your teammates would definitely agree that you are a silent leader for sure. I know a lot of teammates look up to you. Can you talk about how Coach Gower has, specifically Coach Gower has helped you achieve those goals, or how she might have pushed you to maybe do something that you didn't think that you were able to do?
She is so extremely positive. So, I mean, even whenever I'm beating down on myself, she is always the one that picks me up and like makes me see the bigger picture. You know, 0 for 7 with 7 line drives to wherever they are on the field, or hard hit balls. All I'm seeing is that I'm 0 for 7, and Coach Gower is constantly there to remind me, like, you're having good at-bats. There's nothing else you can do about it. You know, like, these people have seen you, these people have scouted you, you're doing the best that you can, and that's all that we can ask for. And even, like, as a job on the team as a leadoff hitter, you have there's ample opportunities to succeed in that spot. And so she's just constantly reminding me that I don't constantly have to get on because of a hit to fulfill and, like, do my job for the team.
Talk about what it was like to be named an All-American last year.
I cried. I was actually at the gym with one of my friends, Sam, whenever I got the news from Coach Gower. It honestly, like, didn't hit me until a couple of days later. Just like, I was actually driving home whenever it did hit me, and I was like, 3 years ago, I was on the way up here in my 2004 Yukon, like, just wondering what I was getting myself into and what kind of opportunities lay ahead of me. And, you know, people say, oh, yes, I want to be an All-American. Oh, I want to have a 4.0 GPA. I want to do all these things. But to be able to sit there and, like, really put the work in, and not even like put the work in, because so many people can do that, but you have to have luck fall on your side for sure. Like that's a huge part of it. And so I guess like my biggest thing was, once I was named All-American, was like, okay, what now? Like why was this given to me, and like what am I supposed to do with it? Like how am I supposed to further and make it better for me and everybody else around me?
How has your success on the field transferred to your success in the classroom?
If you don't pass, you don't play, for sure. Number one. Number two, I'm just always overly competitive in every aspect of life, whether it's financially, academically, athletically, that carries over. And so although I'm like, oh, I don't really care about this assignment, I still care about the assignment. So I would think just the competitiveness that softball brings has carried over to the classroom.
And finally, my last question, Kayla, if you could tell your freshman self one thing on move-in day about Wesleyan, what would it be?
Be quiet. Like, not everybody wants to hear you talk all the time, number one. I was so loud all the time. It just seemed something nobody really ever cared about. Number two, you're gonna make some bad decisions, but like they're not necessarily mistakes and they're not necessarily regrets at all. So just remember that every downfall has, like, there's nowhere to go but up from there, but also whenever you're on top, be ready for a downfall. And just be able to kind of keep it balanced and keep your life consistent.
Cool. That's all I have. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Sam.